let's continue the speaking ideas and the test. And yes, we were talking about the different time frame. The first one, what we did, Shraddha?
So fluency and coherence.
Okay, from now onwards, I need to see your face as well, because how you are performing over there, and definitely in the speaking part, I need to test each and everything else, because I was talking about the body language too. So whenever you are speaking, just let me see your face as well. And also the audio, only seeing the face is not enough. Okay, so um, and yes, what you said earlier,
Fluency and coherence.
still your face is not visible. Yeah.
Sir, I'm at work right now.
Oh, you are at work.
Yes,
Okay.
I am in clinic.
So then that is fine. Then you can just do manage what is rest over there, what is best
Mm,
suited for you. Okay. So thank you. And Naran, you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, great. So could you please revise what is the next idea we discussed earlier?
Lastly, we discussed about grammatical, uh, grammar in the sentences,
Hmm.
fluency,
Hmm.
and then but I forgot.
Okay, sometimes it happens. So keep on checking, even if you are doing the same. Yes. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
Sudeep, what we highlighted earlier in the previous session.
Yes,
Sudeep,
sir.
you
Yes,
there?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
You are
sir.
also at home. Oh, you
Sorry,
are
sir.
also at job station, or where?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, so I think we would be able to see your face. Okay, great. So what are the things that we dealt earlier under the examination framework?
Our speaking should be fluency,
Mm-hmm.
and the grammatical correction would be there.
Mm-hmm.
We should also use the redact lexical resources.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. So let me continue without further ado. So let me share the file PPT again. Are you able to see this presentation now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We're
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
seeing.
perfect. So just a moment. Let me. Yes. Lexical resources, fluency and coherence, and grammatical range and accuracy. In short, GRA is said for grammatical range and accuracy, right? And lexical resources, LR, fluency, and coherence, FC. FC, LR, GRA. These are the things to be highlighted. Still, there is one important thing that is to be highlighted over there. So, can anybody else from here guess what is that? Anyways, so let me show you. Pronunciation. That is really important. Raul, you there, right?
Yes,
Raul?
sir. I'm here,
Okay,
sir. I'm with
great.
you, sir.
So I think you are talking about this word previously when I asked you, if I'm not wrong. Okay,
I'm
no
sorry,
problem.
sir.
I think I did ask you, and you talked about pronunciation, but I'm not sure whether you did talk about it or not. I think Sudeep, did you?
yes,
I
sir.
didn't talk about it, sir.
Okay, no problem at all. So then it's my turn to talk about it. Okay. So do you use English sounds or stress and intonation patterns, etc. correctly? That would be tested, right? That would be perfectly tested over there. And hence you need to focus that. You need to try to pronounce it the particular word, so that it seems as if you are pronouncing is that of the what native speakers, right? Native speakersले जसरी तपाईले बोल्नु भएको छ भन्ने कुरा, but it does not mean that you need to copy what others are doing there. No, I do not mean to say so. We cannot exactly copy what the native speakers are doing in actual in actual conversations, right? So that is to be tried from your side, and but it is not to imitate exactly what they generally do. So you need to try to spell out some of the words. I would be asking each of you over here to, okay, just a moment. Okay, so I would be asking you to pronounce the particular words, and I would be asking you, requesting you to spell that out. So here are some of the words to pronounce. The first one goes for Shraddha. How do you pronounce it?
Future.
Future. Okay, future. Okay, not future. No. It happens only in only in some comedies, and in especially in TikTok, I need to say. Okay, how how are you using TikTok, Shraddha? I think if I'm not biased, and if you do not comment on my question, most of the females are more habituated to use it. That's why I'm asking you particularly over here.
Sir, I don't use TikTok. I
Oh,
watch, but I don't make and all.
so sometimes the people out there might be pronouncing future as future as well. Okay, so just kidding. Now it is the turn of Raul to pronounce the second word after future.
So pneumonia.
Yes, pneumonia, right? Pneumonia. No, we do not pronounce in that way. Pneumonia. So look, and third one, how do you spell Rahul?
Yes. Syringe.
Yes, that's fine. So now it's the turn of Samir. How do you pronounce the word? It starts with yes.
Swash.
Swas, right? Swas. हामी श्वास भन्छौँ नि, सास फेर्नुको श्वास. Yes. Okay, so Sudeep, next.
Yes, sir. Hibernation.
Yes, hibernation, right? Hibernation. In this way, it would be pronounced. And again, it's turn of Shraddha. How do you spell out this word starting with I?
Isthmus.
Yes, isthmus. ल हेर्नुहोस् है, अब अलिकति गाह्रो आउँदैछ. Again, it is the turn of Sudeep. Please try it out.
Wait, sir, wait.
Are you taking the assistance of Google Sound?
No, sir, no, sir, no, no, no.
That's why I wanted to see your
No, sir, no,
face.
sir. You can, sir, you can.
Sometimes it happens, right?
Yes, sir.
So practice beforehand makes you quite comfortable to spell out the particular word and to perform the best in the actual examination. That's why I'm just trying some words over here, just keeping them out over here and assisting you to pronounce well. Okay, so I would be going first to Naran. Can you please try this out just once?
Yes, sir. I'll try, sir.
Definitely, making mistakes means nothing, but you need to learn from the mistakes.
Okay, sir. Auto rhino laryngologist like this.
Okay, say again.
Auto rhino ringologist like
Okay,
that.
thank you. That is the good attempt, Samir. Please.
Sir, no idea.
Please, you need to try to pronounce it. It does not require lots of
Auto
ideas.
otorhinolaryngologist.
Okay, thank you for your attempt. And Shraddha,
Yes, sir.
please try this out.
Otorhinolaryngologist.
Okay, thank you for your attempt. And again, finally, I'm coming back to you, Sudeep.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Last one.
No, that word is starting with O.
Second last.
I don't know, sir.
Okay, so last one then, please.
Colorphobia.
Colophobia.
No, sir, colorphobia.
Okay, thank you for your attempt. Okay, anyways, laryngologist, right? It happens even to me. No, sometimes would be
Otorhino.
Oto, otorhino laryngologist, otorhino laryngologist, right? This is the word in pronounced in this way, otorhino laryngologist, right? Okay,
Larengo.
yes.
Sir,
Chlorophobia,
is it laryngologist or laryngologist?
laryngologist,
Laryngozoologist.
laryngologist, right? Otorhino laryngologist. You can just type the same word over there in the Google and you can hear the actual pronunciation over there as well. That's why I was just checking with Sudeep whether he is using the same or not. And it is the medical person. It is the medical person who is taking care of especially ear, nose, and I think what next? I forgot another. यो खास कस्तो भन्दा कानको आई आई इयर एन्ड नोज
ENT, sir. ENT.
ENT, sir.
इएनटी हो इएनटी डक्टरलाई चाहिँ ओटोराइनो ल्यारिङ्गोलोजिस्ट भन्छ के ओके सो क्लोरोफोबिया व्हाट डज दिस मीन क्लोरोफोबिया क्लोरोफोबिया के हो यो भनेको फोबिया मीन्स इट इज द व्हाट फियर
Fear.
Fear
Fear
of,
of colors.
fear of colors.
fear of colors. No, you are to some extent near. Could you please go through the Google meaning? And it will be exhibiting the same.
Fear of clowns.
What does that mean, Shraddha? In Nepali, you can say. No idea?
No idea.
Okay, no problem at all. Clowns भनेको ऊ हुन्छ नि कस्तो
Scary movies.
Joker, sir.
जोकर टाइपको के जोकरहरूलाई चाहिँ
Joker
clowns
type.
भन्छ क्या जोकरहरू त
IT.
रङ्गी बिरङ्गी त्यस्तो हुन्छ नि त हो the fear that due to clowns means that okay no problem at all. So actually I am requesting you to go through these words because you need to know the different new words, right? Varieties of words are mandatory while speaking, and at the same time be sure that it would be assisting you even for writing. And I do not say that there would be sharp differences over there in different modules of us, but in one way or the next they are connected with each other over there, right? Clear? So while
Yes, sir.
speaking over here as well, I think if you are viewing my video, then you are also looking at my facial expressions, my hands movements, body movements, and so on over there. Sometimes the face would be changed, right? So this is an example of body language and its use. Got it?
So
So,
couldn't see your
Yes.
face clearly, sir.
Sir, anti-light, sir.
I would
Yes,
be
yes, sir,
coming with
anti-light.
proper makeups tomorrow, and then perhaps you would be.
Yes, sir. Your
Because of the
mustache is like Singham, sir. You know.
oh, good. Anyway, so
Ajay
sometimes we
Devgan.
need to make fun, but at the same time, we need to also highlight on major issues over there, right? So
Yes, sir.
while making the fun or some meanings, do not forget to focus on some issues, major issues that we are focusing over there. At the same time, we need to make fun, and I do have the habit of making some fun in between the classes. This is my habit. Do not take that in negative ways. Sometimes I might talk about Shraddha, Samir, Rahul, Sudeep, Naran, Minu is absent today, and if she was there, then I might ask her about TikTok instead of Shraddha. Anyways,
Sir, I don't mind.
okay, no problem at all. You shouldn't because
Yes,
we are
he's like a
here
boy. You know?
actually
Shraddha.
learning by doing something else, by engaging. I might ask. I'm asking some questions to you so that at least you are practicing to speak, right? So it would give some leverage for you to practice speaking at the same time to know different ideas. And when you are speaking, then definitely it makes you habituated. Otherwise, not, right? So that's the
Yes,
case.
sir.
Okay, next, make good use of the questions asked. As yes, here is one example. I would be just dealing with the same. So, where do you come from? The student in the speaking test said Holland. He said Holland, for example. So, again, the examiner would be asking which part of the Netherlands. Do you know that
Mhm.
Netherlands is also called as Holland?
Yes, sir.
So why I am using these two words differently over here is that you need to use the varieties of words, synonyms, different similar words. They are to be used. If it is possible, what I advise you is not to repeat the words or the same sentence structures time and again. And this should be strictly applicable for the what, for speaking and writing as well, right? So instead of asking Holland, the examiner is asking which part of the Netherlands. He was asking in that way. Okay, so don't be confused even if the similar word or synonyms is being used over there. So notice that the questioner or the examiner has asked a second question to get more detail, right? So why it is given over here is that if the speaker or the examiner is asking you the question, you need to answer your you need to answer that questions properly over there, so that the examiner need not to ask further additional questions for you. Okay, but make sure that you should not make your answer so long, so that even the examiner might be monotonous or might be confused what to ask next or something like that. Okay, that's the case. Okay, look, here is another example question. Where do you come from? Netherlands, Amsterdam. It's in the north, a very busy city with a population of over 1.5 million people. But actually, I live around 15 kilometers out of town on a small farm. Look, so in this way, you need to answer. It is a bit longer over here, but at least why it is written over here is to show you that your answer should be a bit elaborated, right? So, in the very beginning, I was telling you that you need to be relaxed and be willing to talk to, right? And at the same time, if you are just saying the answers in short, then it does not contribute for the what marks that much. त्यति धेरै मार्क्सलाई कन्ट्रिब्युट गर्दैन. So try to be descriptive at the same time interesting if you could make it, right? So interesting पनि बनाउन सक्नुहुन्छ भनेदेखि बनाउनुहोस्. हाँसेर बोलिदिँदाखेरि के जान्छ, अहिले सबै सबै कुरा भनेको सबै हाँसोमा छ. मुसुक्क हाँसेर उ गर्दैन, सुरेशाको मान्छे पनि कमसेकम हाँसेरै बोल्यो भनेर पनि खुसी हुन्छ. त्यति बेला नभए पनि केही समय पछाडि विचार गर्नुहोस्. होइन. Okay,
Yes, sir.
next.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's talk part wise. I think okay, so I would be finishing this one at least. So part one is introductory part, and introduction and interview would be there. In the actual test, in the actual test, did I tell something else to laugh at this moment? I am confused. Some person over
No, sir.
here is bound to be laughing over here. Okay, so the first part is up 4 to 5 minutes in length. Okay, so you need to utilize this part properly over there. Make sure that if you are positive and if you are practicing well, then definitely you can do the best over there. I can guarantee that. Even if you are not performing well over there, I can guarantee that. But make sure that you need to practice well in advance. I would be talking about those issues later on as well, after the completion of part three. What would happen over there in especially speaking test over there? You are likely to get the good marks over there. I would be testing each and everything else from your side, and we are over here not investing just 1 hour time or so over here, but just to make sure that you are doing and getting something new, and you'd be getting the good score in your actual examination. I expect all of you to score at least not less than overall 7 band over here in this group. and let's see how you would be performing over here. हुन त फेरि कसैको 8.5 अथवा 9 ब्यान्ड थियो होला सुदेवको, मैले थोरै भने क्या है सुदेव?
No, sir, no.
Okay, anyways, you need to aim high. At least भनेको छु नि त मैले, तलको राखिदिएको छु कि. So यस्तै भन्ने बेलामा के भयो भन्दा जस्ट अ बिट आउट अफ ट्र्याकमा थोरै एउटा कुरा भन्छु. के भयो भन्दा एउटा साथीले, रियल घटना क्या, एउटा साथी, हामी 3 जना साथी थियौँ. अनि उसले अब भर्खरै इक्जाम पास गरेको. अनि कति आयो पर्सेन्ट भन्ने कुरामा मैले आफ्नो भने होइन, मेरो फर्स्ट डिभिजन भनेर भने. अर्को साथीले भन्यो मेरो फर्स्ट डिभिजन आएन, 2% गर्दाखेरि घट्यो भन्यो. थर्ड साथीले के भन्यो भन्दा बिलो 80%. बिलो 80% भनेको त 20%, 30%, 40% पनि हो नि त होइन. ल हेर्नुहोस् यसरी
Anything can be.
भन्न सकिन्छ. Anyways, that is a bit out of track, just for fun, or how we can answer the question that is being asked. That is just an example. Okay. Fine. Okay, so what you need to do in part 1 of speaking is, in the part 1, that is introduction and interview, you'd be graded by the examiner over there. Hello, good morning. If you are there in the morning time, hello, good morning. He or she would be saying so, right? And you need to speak in that way, right? Good morning, sir. And when you enter into that cabin or that room, yes, you can offer him or her good morning or good afternoon or something like that. Okay, so you need to do that. And at the same time, what would happen over there, the examiner would be quite positive towards you, right? That is the good impression that you are offering to the examiner. That is what you need to do first. And even though the examiner may say or not, but you can request, can I have a seat over here, please? Yes, you would be smiling over there, or she would be smiling over there, right? And of course, you can. He or she would be saying so, right? So after that, you would be generally asked, could you please tell me your good name? Yes, my name is this, right? My name is Raul Chapagai. You can say so. And these questions, different types of questions would be asked to you to make you comfortable and to be relaxed over there, right? So Raul, again, no need to have something else over there. You would be created that sort of environment so that you would be feeling a bit relaxed over there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what to do over there? Show the examiner that you are confident by smiling and looking him or her in the eyes. But I do not say you that you should not stare at him or her. No. What I mean to say is that you need to have the smiling face, right? Smiling face, and you need to look at him or in his eyes,
Yes, sir.
right? And sometimes थोरै पज भएर उसको आँखामा हेर्दाखेरि यसमा एउटा कन्फिडेन्स है भन्ने हुन्छ. तर फेरि त्यहाँ गएर आँखा जुदाएर बस्दिने चाहिँ होइन, त्यसको लागि पठाएकै हो नि तपाईँलाई. Okay, anyways, so if the examiner offers to shake your hand, return his or her handshake firmly. तपाईलाई ह्यान्डसेक गर्यो भने, स्पेसल्ली नेपालको कन्टेक्स्टमा त त्यति हुँदैन हैन, बाहिरको कन्टेक्स्टमा हुन्थ्यो, त्यो पनि कोभिडले गर्दाखेरि अब त नमस्कारै ठोक्छन् जस्तो छ. Anyways, so if the examiner is offering you to shake your hand, return him or her handshake firmly. बिस्तारै अब जस्तो छ आफ्नो अनुसार गर्नुस्. मजाले फेरि हातै अठाइदिनु होला. No, that's not. And answer the questions you are asked clearly and in some detail, using at least 2 or 3 sentences. At least 2 or 3 sentences are mandatory, and do not make it longer at the same time. अब त्यहाँभन्दा माथि बनाउनु पनि पर्दैन तपाईले. कमसेकम 2टा सक्नुहुन्छ, के अरे कमसेकम सक्नुहुन्छ 3टा, सक्नुहुन्न भने पनि at least 2वटा sentences complete खालको होस्. So try to answer your questions with some details, right? That's what you need to do. Next, so that you are in control by talking freely about yourself and your past, because the part 1 would have the different questions either connected to you directly or indirectly over there, right? So while talking about those issues, you need to make sure that you are in control by talking fully about yourself or your past or your hobbies, your day-to-day dealings or something like that. That is to be done. And make sure that you have practiced well enough before the test so that the past tenses you use are correctly formed and appropriate, not only the past tenses but the future tense, or the sentences having future tense or something like, or some predictions would be used properly and accurately over there, right? So it is again requesting you to highlight on GRA. What does that mean, Shraddha? GRA.
Grammatical range and accuracy.
Correct. That's fantastic. Thank you. So GRA would be tested over here, right? So in addition to that, focus on body language and make correction if you mistakes, but correcting more than 3 to 4 times is negative. You need to correct. Sometimes you might be doing the mistakes over there, right? Sorry, I did mistake. Let me repeat it once, or let me start it again. You can say in that way, okay? But correcting time and again, it makes your presentation worst over there, right? That is to be done. Okay. So what not to do? के गर्नु हुँदैन त तपाईले? Let's look at that. Okay, so do not tell the examiner that you are nervous or blink your eyes and move about too much. कहिले कहिले कस्तो छ भन्दा उता क्वेसन सोधेको छ, मलाई देख्नु भएको छ नि, अँधेरै भयो नि देख्नु भएको छ है, कालो कालो आर्के सब
Yes,
देख्नु
sir.
भएको छ।
Yes, sir.
अब क्वेसन सोधेको छ, यसो गर्छ क्या, यसो गर्छ, ल टाउको गना यसो गर्छ, ल हेर्नु यो चाहिँ गर्ने होइन। तपाईले नजान्न हुँदैन भनेको, अघि प्रोनाउन्सिएसन गर्दाखेरि मै चिप्लेँ, मैले बिगार्नै हुँदैन भनेको के, हुन्छ नि, बिगारेको एकपटक बिगारेको सकेसम्म दोस्रो पटक नबिगार्ने भन्ने हो नि त, हो कि हैन? So that's why
Sir.
what you need to do should not do is that you do not tell the examiner that you are feeling nervous or you are blinking your eyes, moving here and there in this way. No, that's not recommended. त्यो चाहिँ नगर्नु होला बिर्सिएर पनि। उसले त कसरी कम मार्क्स दिने भन्ने सोचे होला त्यही माथि, अनि त्यस्तो भनेपछि राम्रो मार्क्स दिन्छ, यसले त एक्सेप्ट गर्यो भन्ने हुन्छ। ओके, do not shake hands with the examiner as if your extended hand were a cold wet face. तपाईको अब त्यो एक्जाम भनेपछि हाम्रो बानी कस्तो छ भन्दा पहिल्यै पसिना पसिना भएर जाने छ नि त, हैन?
Yes, sir.
यदि examinerले तपाईलाई if he or she is willing to shake hands with you but your hand is cold wet face, means pani pasina aako cha bhandekhi you need to say the examiner, thank you so much, but I'm extremely sorry that my hand is cold enough because I have been recently from the latrine. You can say so. Okay, right? So do not cut the interview questions short with one word or very short answers. Sometimes what would happen is that you might have previously practiced the question answers. Some questions would be repeated again, and you would be well versed with the answers because you have practiced that well in advance. And in that context, some students, what would they do generally is that they would cut the speech over there, right? Question पुरै सोध्नै दिँदैन भने आन्सर नै गुटुङडुङ दिन्छ. Never do that. Please have the patience to understand or to listen to the complete questions by your examiner. Okay, do not wait for another questions. The examiner wants you to answer each questions in full. That's why if you are talking properly, then definitely he would be asking the next question, or he or she would be expecting you to elaborate more over there, right? So that is needed. So you do not need to wait for the another questions. If the examiner is still listening over there, keep on talking, but answering or talking a lot is strictly avoided, right? That is to be avoided again. do not afraid to correct yourself if you make a grammatical mistake, but fluency is just important as it is, right? And your grammar practice should take place in the classroom or at home or in the what, with your friends or something like that. Okay, so any
Yes, sir.
confusion?
No.
Okay, if you are about what to do next, or go ahead, right? Sometimes what would happen is that the questions that would be asked by your examiner may not be clear to you, or sometimes you may not have the exact answer what to tell to the examiner. So in that context, look, if you are unsure of the question or how to answer, see in this way, I'm not exactly sure what you mean, could you please repeat the question. Learn, right? In this way you can request. So I'm not quite sure how to answer that question, but perhaps so far I have understood that it is related with the politics of Nepal, for example. Right? In this way you need to elaborate over here, even if you are not answering the questions properly, but at the same time you are speaking. That is what the speaker is examiner is expecting you to speak. त्यो पनि एउटा खुबी होइन भनेको। म केही कुनै चिजहरू मन पराउँदिन भन्दै गर्दाखेरि म कुनै चिजहरू मन पराइरहेको हुन्छु, हो कि हैन? डु यु थिंक सो?
Yes, sir.
मैले
sir.
त्यो मन पराउँदिन भनेको त मन नपराउने भएर पो त्यो त सेलेक्टिभ चुजी भयो कि भएन?
Yes, sir.
त्यस्तो हुन्छ। त्यो भएर कहिले कहिले उसँग उसलाई चाहिँ खासै त्यति बोल्ने होइन। कहिले कहिले कस्तो छ भन्दा उसलाई चाहिँ त्यो इन्डाइरेक्टली थाहा नहोस् कि तपाईले क्वेशन क्ल्यारिफिकेसनको लागि सोधिराख्नु भएको छ भनेर। ओके, that's a rather difficult question, but maybe I can answer you by saying that in this way you can say, if you cannot think of what else to say, केही भन्ने कुरा थाहा भएन भनेदेखि त्यति बेलामा I think that is all I can tell you about. अब कहिले कहिले धेरै लामो बोल्न पर्ने हुने थियो, तर तपाईलाई त्यति आइडिया आएन, just 1 to 2 ideas over there, right? So what you can do in the end of that is that I think that is all I can tell you about regarding this topic today. That's it, right? Even saying so, you are talking a little bit differently over there, and grammatically you are talking perfectly over there, right? Okay. Okay. And then I think that's about it, or I think that's all I know about this topic today. In this way, you can say the examiner, and sometimes you might be confused about the question, so you can request him or her by asking, would you like to tell me more about this topic? I'm afraid that's all about as much as I know. You can say in this way as well. I can't think of anything else right now. मैले के सोच्नै सकिनँ हो यो बारेमा भन्न पनि सक्नुहुन्छ, किन भन्दा थाहै छैन भनेदेखि चाहिँ तपाईँ बोल्ने पनि होइन नि त, हैन?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is all about today's session, and if there is anything else, please let me know. Naran, do you have any confusion regarding a speaking test, different examiner criteria, and uh, do's and don'ts of part 1?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Shraddha?
No, sir, I don't have any queries,
Okay.
but I want to ask you, sir, will you teach us some vocabularies also?
If it is the need to you, then definitely I would do in separate class.
No, but in this class also I'm asking.
No, not in this class. What I'm focusing over here is that what I mean to say is after the completion of speaking ideas, I mean part 1, it is completed today. After part 2 and part 3, we may enter into that room. I mean to say so.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay, and then Rahul, any issues?
No, sir.
Samir?
No, sir.
Sorry?
No, sir.
Okay, so Sudeep?
No, sir.
Okay then, so thank you for your time, and I do hope that you have understood the things being talked over here today, and If there are anything else, then just let me know. Then I'd be happy to deal with the related issues in the days to come as well. So all the best, and we'll be meeting tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Have a
have a
good
good
day.
day. Bye bye.